Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel. This is June 2021 horoscope and tarot reading for Sun, Moon and Rising in Gemini, okay? June is going to be a potentially difficult month compared to other months we have experienced in 2021, okay? It's going to be difficult for all signs because of a lot of planets that is turning retrograde, okay? January, February and March we had all planets direct, then slowly April, May, Saturn, Pluto turned retrograde, and now Mercury turned retrograde, and at the mid of the June Jupiter and Neptune is turning retrograde. So whenever planets retrograde, their energy tends to be double the time stronger than when they are direct, okay? And specifically this month Pluto being in Capricorn, and then Mercury being in Gemini in its own sign, Saturn being in Aquarius, one of its own signs, and because Saturn ruled Aquarius before Uranus was discovered, okay? So Saturn is comfortable in Aquarius actually compared to other signs, okay? And then Jupiter and Neptune is turning direct in Pisces, which is its own signs, rulership. So when planets are in their own signs, they are even more stronger, and when they are retrograding in their own sign, they become double strong. So a lot of energy this month is going to be about a re-evaluation, rethinking, going back, analyzing again, repairing, all those things. All the review will be a little more stronger than major progression, okay? You cannot have any progress during this month, so it's better to take time off, listen to what's coming up in your life and rectify everything, rekindle everything, and do things like whatever comes up, you need to act upon it, okay? Sun is going to be in Gemini in your own sign for till 20th of June. So this month, half of the month will be really good for you, and even the next half it's going to be the second house. So it will be a little more about self-value, self-worth, about your personality, your behavior, how others perceive you, how you perceive them. You could have a lot of interpersonal connections right now, interpersonal situations. Till the first 2 weeks of June will be more focused on that, okay? You could be with the June 10th solar eclipse happening in Gemini for you. You could have some kind of culmination point or some kind of energy that's starting right now that could be really beautiful for you, okay? The solar eclipse with the new moon could be a very good energy for you to begin something now, especially if you have left some karma out, dealt with karmic relationship, if you have closed the chapters as guided. This Gemini solar eclipse can be very good for you, Gemini. But I'm gonna say it may not be completely closing, especially because of Mercury retrograde in Gemini, okay? So it's kind of an energy where you know you need to do it, but there could be something that's still keeping you two people together, or the situation stuck with you, okay? And if you're taking a lot of if you're contemplating a lot to leave a situation right now because you're afraid of being alone, because with so much of energy in your own thing, maybe you will have situations, people pointing that you are the problem, you need to work on this, or you don't understand that some things are not meant to you, but it will take time for you, okay? Because adjusting to our own personal issues, our own faults takes time, takes maturity and contemplation, reflection, understanding that all humans make errors, all humans are not good people or bad people. It's situations and characteristics that make them different, okay? There will be a lot of self-reflection for you, Gemini. And 20th, Sun is moving into Cancer in your second house. So again, you will be about going for things that have value. You have to reconsider what you value, what is true to yourself. You could have some new income sources opening up for you, or if you are in a job, there could be some promotion or rise for you. So Venus is also entering into Cancer. Venus in Cancer is again in your second house. Venus is the planet of money and love, and with from 2nd till 22nd, it's the 27th, it's going to be there in Cancer in your second house. So you could be understanding that you need to know where your value lies, and if people are truly valuing you for what you can offer and not for what you have, okay? Some people just be with people because of clout, for the lifestyle, for the money, for the status quo and everything. You need to know whether people are really for who you say who they are? Are they using you for money, or you are using people for money? So try to be understanding of that kind of relationships that you attach yourself to. And then Mars is entering into Leo on 11th. Okay, so Mars in Leo is another potent energy that's in your third house. So Leo is a fire sign, and you are a Gemini air sign. Fire and air go together, so you could have a lot of energy where to meet people in the neighborhood. And if you have a lot of communication, text messaging, emails and all this, you could have a lot of activity in the third house from 11th of June. Okay, and then in the midweek of mid-month of June, Mercury is turning direct in your sign. So even though Mercury is turning direct on 22nd of June, its post-shadow period lasts till July 7th. So you could have some major energy when it comes to Mercury retrograde. And one of the things is this solar eclipse that's happening in Gemini in your own sign is conjuncting Mercury retrograde. Okay, so whatever focus that comes from the past during this time, try to refocus on it and try to understand that it is a time to close, it is time to end and also begin something new. But there could be some lingering past energy still in your life, Gemini. You need to focus on it, and you need to understand that there is an unfinished business with some people in your life, with some places in your life that's going to trigger you mentally, emotionally and financially too. But try to have a hold on what's your contribution to it and how it's affecting you. Okay, try to keep a close focus on those things. Okay, and so the last thing that's happening is Capricorn full moon. It's happening in your 8th house. Okay, so Capricorn in 8th house is about intimacy, sex. Those things can come. There could be some culmination in that area. If you're fighting over money because of shared resources, things could end up being favorable for you during that full moon. Okay, so that is what is the energy for you. And at the end of the month, Venus is entering into Leo on 28th of June. So Venus entering into Leo in your third house. If you're feeling restricted, if you did not find someone that was valuable to you or did not value you, you can have potential chances to meet people in your neighborhood in the end of the month. Okay, so this month the focus is going to be on your first and second houses, Gemini. Okay, that is the horoscope for June for you. I'm going to now go into the tarot reading. So this reading, I'm going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot here. Everyday Witch Tarot is a kind of a dark tarot. Okay, and since it's a difficult month, I prefer using this deck for this month. And I'm going to clarify using the Rider-Waite. There is reversals in both because I'm concentrating on the month. So whatever you entered from May to June will be accountable into this energy. And whatever is your potential outcome for June also will be predicted using these two decks. And for advice, for a spiritual guidance, I'm going to pick one card from the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck here. Okay, and whatever personality, a person that is like a divine angel that comes from this deck, I'll be reading it from the book for you. Okay, so let's begin. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. This deck is very flimsy, so I'm having issues with shuffling this deck. Okay, I've been trying out, but I don't know, whenever I use this deck, I'm feeling that this deck is giving me little bit anxiety when I shuffle. I don't want to bend any of the cards here, so I'm being very cautious when I pull this out here. Okay, so this is the energy for you. Okay, we have the King of Swords here. That is you, Gemini. Okay, Gemini men. I forgot to tell you, I'm going to do a 7-card spread for you. The back of the deck card will be the 8th card, which I may consider as the outside of the reading. Okay, so the King of the Swords here with the 4 of Swords reversed and the 8 of Swords. So that is a lot of wow, the 10 of Swords reversed. Why is always Gemini having the 10 of Swords? Wow, the 5 of Swords. Oh my goodness, just see the Swords energy. 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords reversed, 8 of Swords, Four of Swords reversed, and the King of Swords. So I think it's everything is Swords here, right? Yeah, you have 5 cards of Swords energy. So this is too much of in the mental energy, okay? You feel stuck, you feel betrayed, you feel hurtful. Definitely Gemini men, if you're going through some nasty energy with fightings, with arguments, with people backstabbing you, trying to one up you, competition, if this is heavy competition, with the 8 of Swords, maybe you feel mentally stuck, you're not listening to your intuition, there is a lot of words that people are telling you. Oh God, I feel really, really sorry for you, Gemini. Gemini woman, you could be dealing with another Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra, okay? A Libra man also, Gemini woman, okay? So let's see. This, whatever you're entering into the May month is full of conflicts, full of mental trauma. That's what I am going to say. Mental trauma is what is the past energy for you, okay? So let's see. In the reading, we'll begin the reading. So I'm going to pull 7 cards for you, okay? I'll explain it as I go. This is a dark energy, so my messages will differ based on the tarot deck I use, okay? And this deck is all about dark and light energies, as well as the depiction, the illustration on this card will be different, and so the messages may vary for you, okay? The World card in the reverse, yeah, still contemplating or not closing out a cycle here, yeah. There is still some, even after the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Swords energy, people are not going out of your life, or you are not leaving someone out, okay? The cycle is not yet closed. But this World card, there is no cycle at all. There is no circle at all, okay? In the whole card, I don't see even one circle. Even the watermelon is cut in half, right? So it means that it's not something that you're stuck in around with someone here, okay? This could be an energy where maybe you are finally letting go of, because this woman is just throwing the hat out, okay? So this is like finally saying goodbye to people, saying that I am done with situations, I am done with dealing with you, or I want a new beginning, I just want to relax, I want to take a vacation out. But the problem is you would not able to do any of these things right now. It is still in the reverse. That is your past energy. What is your obstacle? What is your obstacle for the month? Judgment in reverse, okay? So no more second chances. This is like, this judgment is, are you dancing to your own tunes? Are you too much judgmental about people? Do you even care about listening to others, okay? When the judgment is in reverse, it's like you understand that people are placing blame on you. You understand that you do not have to go back to situations that are very judgmental, or people who are giving you a rough time, and second chances are no more, okay? So that is the obstacle for you. So whether to go back to a situation, close out the cycle, maybe that is what you're heavily thinking, okay? This could be definitely karma for me. In the Witch Tarot, that is another Witch Tarot here. That is Witch's Tarot. The judgment is called the karma card, okay? There is 3 people that comes out and the universe judging them. That is the Witch's Tarot, okay? But here, this is the judgment card here. There is no 3 people here. Just a cat and a person that is trying to awaken people, announce something. This could also mean that someone is tooting their own horn right now, okay? Wow, you have all majors here. Wow. The next thing, what's in your head? The Sun reversed, okay? This Sun card for me feels like someone is happy. But whenever I have 3 people in a deck, it means also a third party situation sometimes, okay? And in this particular deck, for me, this could be a third party situation too. And here, one of the women is pregnant, okay? So sometimes I associate Sun always with pregnancy. The Sun is the I don't know if you're into Hindu mythology, but in Hindu mythology, the Sun god granted a boon to in Mahabharata, the Kunti Devi, where Karnan got she got conceived with a baby who later turned out to be Karna, one of the most generous and charitable persons on earth, right? So the Sun god is one of the biggest influencer for pregnancy, for having childbirth. Okay, we always associate Jupiter with childbirth, but Sun is also equally important to have a kid. Okay, and for me, this Sun is also kid, but with this in reverse, you're unhappy in a situation. Okay, maybe if you have if you are feeling that there was a third party situation in your life, or you lost a child, you're unhappy over it. Okay, I'm sorry if it happened, but I'm not getting getting any of it right now. I'm just getting that there is an unhappy situation. Okay, I feel it's more unhappiness than lack of clarity. Okay, let's see what it is. Okay, I feel heavy in the heart. Okay, so whatever is in your heart is heavy. So let's sing. Oh, the Strength card in reverse, another major arcana for you, Gemini. So whenever I have lot of majors in your reading, it means that there is a very, very major decision making situation in your life. This month could be a major month that you have to decide. Okay, so this is like a woman, a witch that is trying to tame a lion. Okay, and the problem here is and there is a cat. Okay, the lion is looking at the cat and the cat is looking at this woman petting the lion. Okay, so maybe you are in need of someone taking care of you. Maybe you could not tame your emotions or tame your love for someone. Okay, if you have anger issues, you're with the Sun reverse and the Strength reverse, you're unhappy, you're angry, there could be temper tantrums here. People could have been really, really disappointing for you, and maybe they could have hurt you. Okay, there could have been some anger issues definitely here, Gemini. All fours are majors. The next current energy for you, the next step for you, Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so the Page of Swords here in this deck. Okay, there is some books here that is lying on the ground. This person is pointing the swords towards the sky. There is a broom, and this page does not have any hat here. Okay, there is no hat in this deck. There is just a broom and a sword here and a cat that is looking up in the sky. Okay, so Page of Swords for me is a secretive energy. It also means immature energy. We already have 5 swords for you in the back of the deck, and with this the 6th sword here, that is your next step. This is about immature energy, secrets coming out. Okay, finding the truth about something and finally recognizing you need to let go of situations. And there could be spying also. And next, your obstacle is the Page of Wands and another page here. Okay, here this Page of Wands looks really good. There is no dark energy attached to this. The cat is fire and it's orangish in color. Okay, and this man is also having orange here. So maybe you're trying to, if there was a lot of passion with someone, lot of communication, this could also mean fiery arguments. Okay, especially when it is in reversed. Okay, there could have been some arguments here, some fiery communications. That is now the fear for you. Hopes and fears is this for you. And the outcome. Okay, what is the tentative outcome for you? The 10 of Cups reversed. Okay, so the Queen of Wands reversed is here. Okay, so this could be if you are a Gemini man, you could be dealing with the Queen of Wands, that is the fire. So with a lot of fire energy here, you could have been dealing with a Leo. Okay, a Leo woman could be in your life, Gemini. Okay, so I told you in one of the readings that Gemini and Leo were trying to come together for a long time, but because of some energy, maybe you found this person was not the one for you, or if you had some mental energies where you did not have a second chance with this person. If you want the second chance with this person, you're not coming together. Maybe there was too much of baggage here. With 2 pages reversed, maybe this person was very immature. There is the Strength and the Sun means it's a Leo card too for me. Judgment is Scorpio and the World is Taurus Leo. Okay, so I feel that, can you see the cards? But these cards are a little bit very much illustrated, so it is very difficult to easily recognize these cards unless or until you're familiar with the deck. Okay, so let's clarify. I feel that you're dealing with a fire sign for sure, and Gemini men could be dealing with Aries Leo or a Sag female. For me, the Leo is the first one, Aries is the second, and Sag is the third. Okay, and if this was your someone that you thought you could have a happily ever after with, or this was your spouse, or this person you thought could have some kind of a long-term situation, it is ending right now. You feel that this person betrayed you, or this person did not give you what you deserve. You're unhappy right now with this person. There could have been some arguments. Maybe this person was spying on you, hiding secrets from you. They were not giving you what you deserve, Gemini man. And Gemini woman, if you have fire in your chart, especially Leo in your chart, you could be dealing with another fire sign, another air sign. The order is Gemini, another Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Okay, you could have been dealing with this person, and with the Swords card energy here, I think this person could have been really cruel, cutthroat. They could have given you a lot of nightmare situations that have made you unhappy with this person. There was a lot of arguments, I feel. Okay, so let's clarify. I did not show you this cup in closer, right? See, this person is, there is a couple here on board. And there is another child here that is taking care of another child. This feels like someone that is really, really trying to have a baby together, take care of family. So this could be a family member too. Maybe it's your spouse, or this is someone that was in your life, significant person, but with the reverse, you're not getting it. Maybe you wanted to build a family with this person, but they are not ready, or you are not ready. Okay, feels like really heavy for me. The world reversed. Why is the world reversed for Gemini? The Fool card reversed. Yeah, you're not ready to close this cycle out and start something new. Or if you are trying to start something new with this person, it is not getting off the ground for you. Okay, because of arguments, because of hate, because of arguments, I think. And also, I feel that you're afraid of leaving this person, thinking that maybe this was the person you thought that you could have a long-term situation with, but the problem is, unfortunately, you're not getting along together. The Judgment in reverse for Gemini. Judgment in reverse for Gemini. The King of Swords reversed. Yeah, I think you're the person that is cutting this Queen of Wands out of your life. Okay, you're cutting this person out of your life because you do not want a second chance with this person. You're ready to drop this family. You're ready to not give them any more space in your life. You do not want to have a lifelong situation with this person because there could have been a lot of hurt. I think it's mostly like hurt. Okay, generally what happens with air signs is, when you're dealing with air and fire together, there's explosive energy. Okay, and air and fire is one of the problems where you need to compromise. You have got no other choice, because air is independent and fire is freedom loving. So when both of them are non-committal, it's tough to keep people in your life who has air and fire in their charts dominantly. Okay, if they don't have earth or water in their chart to ground them, to keep them safe, it's tough to expect someone to be a long-term situation. And also, if the King of Swords reverse with a Judgment, this person could have been too judgmental too, because air is logical, right? They think too much on the mind. Okay, maybe you thought this person could act like this, or you want this person to be how you want them to be, and they don't oblige to those things. Okay, so I think if you're a Gemini man, maybe you find this person too controlling, because fire signs are controlling, and also fire signs, especially Leo, are too much on the head weight situations. Okay, they could be really, really on their head, thinking like, I'm not giving them a second chance, and if they don't come back, I don't want them. This is the energy that easily happens between fire and air. Okay, the Sun reversed. Seven of Cups fell reversed. Okay, so this could have been someone that was, I feel this is more like someone that was player energy. Okay, they treated you like an option. Maybe they thought that maybe you will give them happiness, or they thought they will be okay. I'm gonna pull two more cards on the Sun. Sun reversed. Two of Cups. Okay, one more. Oh my God, the Sun is heavier. Lovers, yep. Okay, Gemini, there you are. Okay, Page of Wands reversed. I think Gemini men, if you were in a relationship with this person, you thought maybe they are in love with you, but the problem is, one of you had another party. One of you had a choice to be made. Okay, this was a choice, definitely. So maybe this person had another person in your life, or you had another person, and you found out this person was treating you like a third person. For me, lovers with the Two of Cups, with the Seven of Cups, leave the two of Cups as a soulmate. Okay, and the lovers reversed and the Seven of Cups reversed is someone was treating you like an option. Maybe you were friends with benefits. Maybe you thought, let's keep it as like an open relationship. Let's keep it casual. You did not commit to yourself, but you were in a tie-up or you were in a soul bond. This is a soul tie. But the problem here is too much of indecisiveness or too much of player-like energy. Okay, maybe you kept it too casual, even though you know this was a soulmate, or even though you want this connection to be. But the problem is someone was, I don't know if there was a cheating energy, but someone was non-committal. That's what I'm getting. Non-committal or was not loyal. Okay. The Strength card in reverse for you, Gemini. The Strength card in reverse. The Tower reversed. I always clarify the Tower. So let's clarify. The Strength reversed. The Strength again. Strength reversed on the Strength. Yeah. Someone was, this could have been a passionate relationship. Okay. To be really frank with you. Someone wanted it really, really bad, and maybe one person was trying it too much, maybe sexually giving them a chance, sexually being, what do you call, sexually promiscuous, okay? Someone was sexually promiscuous in this relationship, okay? One more on the Strength reversed. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So someone could have been let's clarify these two before I even talk about it. Page of Swords. Judgment reversed again. Okay. Page of Wands here reversed. Page of Wands reversed. Hermit reversed. Another major arcana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 major arcanas in one reading. Okay. So this definitely feels like someone was in a relationship or are in a relationship. But the problem is someone found out that someone was promiscuous, someone was non-committal, and someone was passionate. There was sexual bond here. Someone could have been even a free spirit here. I think this feels like an open relationship. Okay. Someone was committed, someone was not committed. If the King of Swords, Gemini, meant you were not committed to this person, you were the promiscuous one, or if this female was the promiscuous one, someone had a choice. So it was like someone came in and out of your life. If this is a female, the Queen of Wands for me is always a third party. Okay. Even though you're dealing with a fire sign, she could have been someone that you had feelings for, but there is no second chance, and there could have been some kind of communication that actually helped you analyze that this person was lying to you, or this person was not what they told you to be. Why is the 10 of Cups in reverse as the outcome for Gemini? The Death reversed. Okay. One more. Another major, the Emperor reversed. Okay. I think the 10 of Pentacles here. Someone is not able to take control of their life. They are not able to end this cycle with the World reverse and the Death reverse. If Gemini man, you are trying to not give a chance to someone that you were in love with because of you found out that they were not committed or fully committed to you, or they had another party here. If that, I saw Queen of Wands next, and now there is Queen of Pentacles. There could be two people. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles for me. This could be even the same person also. The Magician reversed. Yeah, this could be someone that was manipulative, that could have been trying to get a relationship out of you. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, they could have been clinging, okay, for money, for monetary situations. Maybe they wanted to a second chance with you, especially if you were the Gemini man. If you were married to a person, if you had a relationship with this person, you were together, maybe you found out that this person was, or you stepped out of the relationship, or they stepped out of the relationship, and there was some kind of controversy situations where there was non-committal energy as well as a frivolous energy. I'm getting, yeah, frivolous energy that led to a breakup. Okay, the breakup already happened, but maybe the woman was clinging on to you, or you were trying to get away from this person by not giving them a second chance, but they kept holding on to you for dear life, because either they could have been they wanted a spouse, or they wanted this man in their life. You know, the phrase I'm getting is, my man is alcoholic, my man is a controlling person, my man is a liar, my man is manipulative. It can be anything, but I have a man, right? Okay, that's the energy I got here. Okay, my man can be controlling, my man can be a liar, my man can be abusive, alcoholic, it can be anybody, but the thing is, I have a man, so I'm not going to give up on him. Please, ladies, if you are a Gemini woman who is trying to reason yourself by telling that I have a man and I'm going to keep him, no matter how abusive he is, how liar, what kind of a person he is, and especially if it is like that, okay, be careful of this woman. And Gemini man, if you're dealing with a woman that is clinging to you because they want you in their life, they are afraid of being without a man, do not commit to such kind of a person. Okay, it can, even you're not 100% right with the 5 of Swords energy, 10 of Swords energy. This is someone that is desperately wants someone out of your life, but the problem is they are clinging. Okay, so that is why it's pissing you off. Okay, even though you were a couple, or you had a lot of chemistry, sexual energy, or you really love this person, the problem is there's no more second chances. This is too much of a manipulative energy. Someone just trying to keep someone in their life for, because they are afraid to be alone. Okay, check my introduction when I told you about, with so much of first house energy, you are afraid to be alone. So there could be people, you could be desperately clinging on to people. Okay, so try to avoid that. I'm going to pull one Keepers of the Light card for you. That would be the energy, that would be the advice, for spiritual advice for you, Gemini. 2 cards came for me. Commander Ashtar, call to action, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Okay, and the next is Diana, focused intention. Okay, it means think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. Okay, so with so much of energy that is trying to, the call to action is, if you really do not want someone in your life, just let them go. Okay, and if you are trying to focus on something that you desire, if you really want someone or something to manifest in your life, you need to understand what it is and go after it. Okay, so the first one is Commander Ashtar, and it's 28. So the extended message for you is, you're receiving a call to action and being asked to step up and create the changes you want to see in the world. Divine inspiration is all around you, and Ashtar and his legion of cosmic angels are standing by to offer you loving support. Know that you're being encouraged to be honest, assertive, and true in a loving way. You may feel your ego trying to hold you back, but know that when you take the first step, the next one will soon follow. Take some time to connect with the universe by looking up at the stars, knowing that there are loving beings of light gazing back down on you. You are not alone. Okay, so if you are afraid of being alone, and if you're afraid that even if you are ending the cycle, the world reversed, the death reversed, it's like, if you're afraid that if you end this person, if you leave this person out, you will be alone and there won't be any people to support you, Gemini, understand that this is, you're never alone on this earth, and people are watching, and especially your guardian angels are always supporting you towards whatever you do. So you're being asked to end this cycle, close this chapter out with this person, especially in June. Okay, the next is Diana, 30. So Diana, move forward with unwavering faith, knowing that the universe is supporting you. Diana is helping you awaken your divine ability to manifest what you deserve. Any fear is only a reminder that whatever you're working on or through is an important issue for your growth. Your focus is strong now and will particularly be powerful at the full moon. You may be aware of night owl tendencies. This is because your angels and guides are sending you important messages that you may be missing during the day due to a busy schedule. Set some time aside to do a deep meditation to receive the guidance. Okay, so very beautiful energy for you, Gemini. I want you to take action, and if you're afraid of leaving or being alone, try to do it. Do even though you have a fear. And the night owl tendency, so if you are trying to be, if you have sleepless nights, if you're afraid that things may not be good, or you're trying to leave the emotions out in the cold, because Gemini tends to be really logical. So when you're not ready to confess with your emotions, try to stay in the night and think about situations and think what you want in life and take control over it. Okay, and during the full moon, things can happen for you. So maybe this full moon eclipse that happened on May 26th in your opposite sign could have triggered a lot of energies for you now, and that could pave some way for you to make into some decisions and have some endings in the full moon on Capricorn on the 24th of June. Okay, when things turn for you, once all these first house energy leaves and all the planetary focuses is on your second house, maybe you'll feel relieved and you'll feel confident about it. Maybe now with the first house energies, you're afraid of doing it. Okay, but anyhow, you have to do it by the end of the month. Try to close this cycle out. Okay, I hope this reading resonated with you, Gemini. Thank you.